Well, hello once again, everyone. I am back. Yes, Phil, the therapist, is back. I apologize for yesterday's stream. It was rather unfortunate how it ended and started as well. But I promise today's stream may be more pleasant and enjoyable to watch. You know, no camera shuddering or delays of any sort. But I guess we'll just have to watch to the end and find out. After last stream, I really been into deep thought about what to do and what not to do. And I feel like I learned tremendously from that. But at the same time, I know I still have a long way to go. And I'm not afraid of taking that long path. I hope everyone enjoys. And I hope everybody can just sit back, relax, and have a great time. Now, of course, I'm the only person here, I know that for sure. So, how else will I keep the show going on and the people entertained? Well, I'll tell you. More about myself, I guess. I talked a little about myself the first time, and I guess I might as well do it again. I mean, what else to do in this situation? Instead of, sitting here in complete silence, which is not the most favorable thing at this moment. So, where to begin? Oh, of course, my birth. Well, you see, there's nothing much important about my birth. My mother and father met and conceived me, as well as my brother and sister. Well, my father didn't take part in it. Well, yeah, he did. I was thinking of my father giving birth for a moment there. I don't know why that thought came in my mind. He, let's not get into the details now. But yes, as my father and mother did such tasks and duties to bring me into this world, I started off an easy life as a child, nothing too major. My older brother and sister had their friends around the neighborhood, and I knew them and took part in making my own friends. It was a friendship that was kind of bland in my mind. As I recall back to it, I had one friend who was my next door neighbor. I used to ride tricycles with him. Whatever happened to him, I do not know. Sadly, we moved when I was very young. We didn't move far. It's just where we moved. And I was at the age I was. There was no way of me ever coming in contact with that friend again. I also had some other friends who lived right behind my house. It was kind of odd when I thought about it, because we can only communicate through the gate. I mean, it was a chain link fence to be exact, and we talked to each other through the chain link fence. They weren't necessarily my friends, but they were my siblings' friends, and I knew of them, and we communicated. While living at my first house as being a child, I always frequently went to a park right next to my house. It was like a fairly big playground right behind my house. It was fun. Had slides, swings, other things that amused a child of such a young age. Really enjoyable. I'm considering drawing again. Last time I drew a butterfly, but I'm not sure that made it into the stream because accidents happen, and I think I may have made a mistake and not streamed that part where I desperately tried to provide something by drawing. But nevertheless, I'm here today, and I'll just continue on with the story of my childhood. So, as time goes on, might I include that I also had a dog